You're listening to The Novel Game here at avonside.studio.
Well, we hope you're enjoying this week's show. If you are, or even if you're not, here are a few bits from next week's programme. First of all, there's a bit of this.
I know. I'm a cruel, wicked mother.
Now, a bit of that.
It's great service you get, printing your colours set from Granada. It's better TV, that's why millions agree. Rent Granada.
Great service, great sets, that's Granada.
And finally, not a bit of the other, as we're hoping to appeal to the very young and the very old as well as the very middle, here's just another bit.
3 funny people write the first line of a book, advert or film poster and compete against the real author. Will they fool their fellows or fall flat on their face? We're playing The Novel Game.
You won't get away without it, which is quite simply brilliant.
Number 1. Okay.
Number 1.
Stuart.
Well, I love the getaway one, where it's like, but I'm not going to go for that. I'm going to go for number 5 because I know that's the right answer because I saw you look.
So whereas Fenella is prepared to
back off,
you're not.
Nah.
You're in it to win it, aren't you?
I'm in it to win it, darling. My God, of course.
Okay.
I think I like the one where it almost threatens you to have it.
Oh.
I can't remember which, but that's a good advertising
Buy this
tactic.
petrol, damn it.
Buy it, or you can't drive this car.
Yeah.
You won't get away without it, was it?
That's the one, yeah.
That's the one I
That's
So, the way that it worked out was this. Stuart went for the right answer. Getaway people get supernational. And Fenella might have done that too. You might have got that too. But you were just too honest.
I was about that, and then I thought it was too
I'd rather
obvious.
sleep at night. Stuart can sleep at night no matter what he does.
No, I have siestas.
Joey, you went for Fenella, giving you the freedom of the road.
Fenella! Again? What's going on?
And both Fenella and Marian went for You Can't Get Away Without It, which was written by Joey.
Yes, can I just say I'm very proud of myself.
Well,
To hear more episodes of The Novel Game, like and subscribe, people. Like and subscribe at avonside.studio.
Something to look forward to next week. Meanwhile, there's just a little bit more left of this week's show, and here it is.
Now, in other news, please, will you think responsibly?
We must never forget their sacrifice. There they lie in far-off fields, victims of unimaginable conditions. Unspeakable sounds, roars, thuds and screams, near and far. Hoisting ragged flags to flutter high above the carnage, even after the day's action and ceaseless marching. Terrified, some run blindly in the night, howling at unseen enemies, stumbling in the cloying mud that tugs at their very souls, waking those sleeping fitfully, exhaustion clawing their eyelids and hunger invading their disorientated, broken bodies. Safe in our amenity-rich, everything-on-tap homes, we send up a little paean of gratitude that we are not at Glastonbury.
Glastonbury.
It's a terrible place. Why would anyone go there?
So horrid.
Twice.
Have you?
I've been twice.
It's very good of you to admit that.
The first time I performed.
What did you do?
I
What did
was
you do?
doing improvised theatre in a field.
Had you been asked to, or
Were you being paid?
I was being. Well, I got a ticket, and also if you perform at Glastonbury, you get the performer field. So we have our own special field, which is really near. We've got our own little marquee. We have our own entertainment that you can't see.
I bet
We've
you
got
do.
our own showers.
Hot showers.
Hot
Flushing
showers.
toilets.
Naked ladies, for those of you who are interested in looking at naked ladies. and
Why
flushing.
naked ladies?
Because they're still communal showers,
Oh, I see.
which I don't approve of.
But you must have naked boys as well.
Yes,
So
yes,
you were
but I
happy,
was
so
quite,
you were happy.
I was quite struck by the naked ladies. It'd been a while, and there was something to do at Glastonbury because I was performing.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yes.
Did you perform once, or was it like a 10 times a day thing?
I had to perform 3 times a day and go and do improvised playback theatre in the theatre field. So you would grab people, get them to tell their Glastonbury stories, and we'll play that back to you as a fluid sculpt or as a revolving pair.
So what? What's a fluid sculpt?
Playback theatre is you tell me a story and I will then give that back to you as a piece of improvised theatre.
And was everybody off the tits?
Oh, well, including it, but the audience or the actors?
Everybody.
So Glastonbury is great if you've got something to do. Glastonbury, when I went the second time, I was a punter. And basically, it's standing in a muddy field looking at a television screen of Shirley Bassey out of sync. But it is. Because you can't get close.
You can do that at home.
Exactly.
I've had very varying experiences with Glastonbury. I've been there as I can't count, too many. Trying to sleep in an overly hot tent and just thinking I'll never do this again as a performer, and nearly murdering my partner at the time because he sweated. I know.
What were you
I'm
performing?
sweating. How I do stand up, so I've performed stand up.
I was just checking that you weren't with a Bananarama that I'd missed. That was
No, no. I've got better hair. Do come on.
I'm going to pull this together. What have we learnt this evening?
Well, we learned there's probably no point in us buying a group ticket to Glastonbury because we're not going to go.
Oh, do you know what? I would go back if I went in a proper camper van or big caravan.
Winnebago.
A Winnebago. Yes, that's
With
what I'm trying to say.
Luxury Winnebago.
Yeah, luxury Winnebago with flushing toilet, and then I'd go round
plates.
being
Bloody plates.
and chairs that were all the same side. Nothing fell. And that would be okay-ish if there were bands on I wanted to see.
I think camping, in my own experience, is
It's a horror.
Well, is vastly improved by chairs and Valium.
Oh, camping is improved if you just don't go.
Camping is bad. Caravanning's worse because you're travelling around. You are actually travelling the roads with your own feces. I do not understand.
There is
you
that.
Drive around with a bucket of sloshing. But you've
I
dug a
thought that's
hole.
where you were going, then I thought, no, she won't go there.
No.
But you did.
But do you know what as well? I was up in Scotland with my other friend Bruce, and we were walking past a caravan park, and it all looked very nice and sort of, and it suddenly hit me like a bolt from blue. I went, oh my God, this is what used to be wife swapping territory back in the day.
Oh, yes.
If you were alternative, you got yourself a caravan so you could get away from suburbia imminent next door, and you could live your free lifestyle. Hey, if the van is rocking, don't come knocking. It was all.
It still happens. Don't doubt it.
Well,
Don't
I
doubt
imagine
it.
if you can pot up.
It was a way to escape.
Pot up a pampas.
Pampas grass.
I know. But it's a sign. I know. You've come up with the jingle.
My grandma's garden had a huge pampas grass.
Pampas grass is the
Your
international
grandma.
sign for swingers.
Oh, my
Oh my God, she was a
words.
dogger.
It's fantastic. If you go, that's the most fun you can have is driving through suburbia and you see these terribly innocuous couples tending to their front garden. You see a pampas grass, you go, there's one.
But it's probably left from about.
It's well known. I know it. He knows it.
I know it.
No, even
Pampers.
well-to-do people, even polite,
Anybody,
well-spoken people,
Pampers.
if you say Pampas,
They were going.
Pampas grass is like a razor blade. You couldn't have sex behind it.
It's a sign.
Oh, right. It's like a box of Omo. Is it that sort of thing?
old man.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think.
If you are a lady or a man that needs to make a little bit of extra money on the side,
Oh, yes.
you put a packet of Omo in your window. Omo being the acronym for Old Man Out. And
It's a
I
sign
can
for the
have some
milkmen
rough
to come
sets of
in.
money now.
Yeah. I didn't realise money changed hands. I just thought it was Randy Housewives and milkmen.
Stop for one moment. Is there anything that you would regret not saying?
Always spend money on shoes or a bed, because if you're not in one, you're in the other.
Nice. Nice.
Do you know that's true? The most expensive thing I ever bought was my bed.
Then you're a very clever man.
Yeah.
Every night I sleep on £1,000 worth of compensation from the Halifax Building Society.
Do you?
Because they were so awful, and I wrote such a blindingly, cripplingly revealing, this is how badly you treat your customers. They gave me £1,000 compensation.
That's a
Wow,
pretty
that's
nice
victory.
compensation.
On that.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I got compensation out of the Woolwich as was because one day, and it happened to be my birthday, I looked at my account and £600 had turned up. I thought, that's very generous of someone. I wonder who did that.
Bank error in your favour.
Completely bank error in my
Collect
favour.
£600.
So I just sort of left it there and thought, goody, how funny, it's on my birthday, ha ha ha. Sort of forgot about it, didn't touch it. And then I got a letter from Woolwich saying, we're going to have to take it back. I said, you can take it back, because I think they couldn't take it for some reason without telling me.
Oh yeah, no.
Without you giving it to them.
Without me actually giving it to them for whatever reason. They said, give it, you need to give it back, it's not yours. I said, of course. However, first, please could you address these problems over 3 sides of A4? I never heard another word from them. I got £600. Poof, just like that.
Nice.
Gratis. I wasn't actually going to complain about what I was going to complain about, but once I found £600, I thought a 3-page letter, I will earn that £600.
Did.
Much like you and your 1,000.
I write a good letter. I think you do as well, Fenella.
I write very silly letters, so I do my best to be a little bit charming and a little bit, oh, poor thing.
And I noticed...
She's obviously not well.
But I noticed one of the things when I've had to make a point is to say, yeah, that's happened. Right. It's not great though, is it? What you're saying to me about it's not great though, is it? Because I'm not happy.
Yes.
And if I was happier, that wouldn't have happened. And I'm not happy.
See, and when I'm talking to someone like that on the phone when I'm complaining, I say, how do you think you've handled the situation? And every time they go, well, I mean, we could have handled it better. And then I've got them from that point on. I say, well, what are you going to do about it?
Say that slowly. What's the line?
How do you think you handled that? And they say, well, we could have handled it better, obviously. And then I go, so what are you going to do about it? And from that point on, that's
they're in
you've
the
got
bag.
them.
You've been listening to Fenella Fudge, Marian Pashley and Niall McMurray. My name's Bruce Guthrie. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.
To hear more episodes of The Novel Game, like and subscribe, people. Like and subscribe at avonside.studio.